1/5 of all students who borrow money to pay for college drop out. 1 in 5 students who drop out leave only after accumulating $20,000 in debt. Education is based and stresses the importance of a college degree, but it only stresses the diploma and not the tools to get there. Although college is fantastic for those who can afford it and those who can succeed in it, it's not always the best for everyone. High schools should prepare students not only for a higher education, but also for those who wish to pursue immediate employment in the workforce. The first time I was asked about college, I was in 7th grade. From then on, I was expected to know what college I wanted to go to, but I was never asked how I wanted to get into the job I was going to. High schools stress college as the end-all, be-all. That college equals success. That a college degree is a guarantee that you will be successful and have a well-paying job. Unfortunately, that's not always the case. Because of this stress, students are digging themselves a hole of debt just to get there. 40% of college graduates, are unemployed. 16% of college graduates are in part-time jobs. 34% of students have $30,000 or less in student loans, and 17% have between $30,000 and $50,000 in student debt. College students and parents of college students could be working in minimum wage jobs, and we all know that you can't work on minimum wage alone, and you can't put a student through in minimum wage, so they accumulate debt. But the only way to go is college, or so we've been told since we were kids. It's what our parents have been saving up for since before we were born. And pressure is so overwhelming for someone who isn't even considered an adult, for someone who can't drink legally, for someone who can't be independent. High school doesn't prepare you for the real world, it prepares you for more school, college. But as stated before, not everyone can afford that or even wants that. So the stigma continues, and it is felt necessary to dig yourself a hole of debt to get a job that isn't even guaranteed to pay off that debt when everything is said and done. Minimum wage is then filled with college dropouts and high schoolers and an unfortunate business major. For these college graduates who can't get into a job, it can definitely be said that college was a waste of their time and money. Time they could have been spending getting an entry-level job and going up the corporate ladder that they're doing now, 4 years later, after 4 years of college and debt. And solutions for this could be to get these students through college, to make it more affordable. As we've seen with the Obama's plan for college for all, it's definitely a problem that needs to be acknowledged. The price of college has gone up, and so has the demand for a college degree. So we can work from the bottom up and raise minimum wage for those students and parents who are trying to get themselves through college. Or you could stop telling kids that college is the only way to be successful. Implement some workforce programs in high schools that are catered specifically to people who are pursuing immediate employment in workforce. This society that stresses academic success, but not real-world application, it can only be counteracted by giving people options. Work doesn't equal failure, and not going to college doesn't mean you don't need to prepare. It just means you need to prepare in a different way, that you can still be successful if you prepare. For high school students, options aren't only limited to college degrees. You should be ready for the real-world applications through education and training, whether it be for a higher education or for immediate employment in the workforce. If you give people a variety, it allows the mind to explore and find the best fit. If the only option since middle school on is a college degree, there's no diversity, and the amazingness of a college degree becomes ordinary.